Hi, I'm Michelle Begue with a look at what's happening in Latin America now. But first, our news trivia. How many gold medals did Latin American countries take home in this year's Paris Olympics? We'll have the answer later. French experts arrived to Brazil this week to join the investigators trying to find out what caused the crash of a commercial plane that killed 62 people near Sao Paulo. On August 9th, an ATR-72 twin-engine turboprop operated by Brazil's airline Vopas was headed to the international Sao Paulo airport with 58 passengers and 4 crew members when it went down in the little town of Vinhedo. No one on the ground was injured. All the bodies have been recovered and the wreckage has been removed. Now investigators are tasked with understanding what happened. As ATR is a French-Italian company, International Aviation Protocol recommends that investigators from the country of origin of the airplane maker follow inquiries on foreign soil. In Uruguay, Deputy Foreign Minister Nicolás Albertoni met with his Chinese colleague Hua Chunying to talk about a free trade agreement between Mercosur's regional bloc with the Asian giant. The Southern Common Market, that includes Brazil and Argentina, is currently under Uruguay's rotating presidency. President Luis Lacalle Pou has expressed his interest in pursuing not only a bilateral free trade agreement between the two countries, but also with the wider Mercosur trade bloc. In the afternoon, meetings were held between members of the bloc as well as Beijing representatives. Now let's go to my colleague Al Baverstock in Mexico, who has a special report.
The US arrest of Ismael El Mayo Zambada, leader of the Sinaloa cartel, may now have seismic consequences across Mexico. Co-founder alongside Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, El Mayo's Sinaloa cartel came to be considered the most powerful and violent criminal organization in the world. In a coordinated operation, the 76-year-old was abducted by a group led by El Chapo's own son and flown to El Paso, Texas, where both were arrested by American authorities. He will now face charges of narco-trafficking, money laundering, and conspiracy to murder, among others. While the US government now has one of its most wanted men in custody, Mexico's administration has not responded positively, accusing Washington of covert operations on foreign soil and launching an investigation over the illicit use of airports, airspace, and violence employed in the act of capturing one of the country's most dangerous gangsters.
And check out these trash-eating beetles in Colombia. In the Boyacá region, an innovative project is using hungry larvae of the enormous rhinoceros beetle to eat through organic garbage. This trash would otherwise end up in polluting landfills. Each week, the facility in Tunja says they receive about 15 tons of waste generated by some 40,000 inhabitants of neighboring municipalities. When the beetles reach maturity, they are sold as pets to countries as far away as Japan. Now let's check out what stories we're following for next week. We are following Costa Rica's battle to intercept the drug trade off its coasts. This week, officials announced they intercepted a semi-submersible vessel carrying 2 tons of cocaine. That's about the weight of a rhinoceros. These operations are difficult, say officials, as the narco subs are commonly used to smuggle due to their low detection profile. The vessel was off the Pacific coast and was being operated by 2 Colombians and 1 Ecuadorian, who have since been captured. Officials say they tried to sink the ship before being caught. And now the answer to our news trivia. The answer is B. Latin America won 10 gold medals this year. Not as well as they did in that category in Tokyo, where they took home 17 gold medals. But overall, Latin America did much better in taking home honors this year. Guatemala, Peru, Chile, and Panama all took home medals, which they had not been able to do just 3 years ago. Brazil was the most successful delegation with 20 medals, including 3 golds. Cuba and Jamaica came out second and third on the region's medal count. Congratulations to all the participants. And that's it for this week. We'll see you again soon on Latin America Now.